There's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Something just touched my leg. Oh, I'm feeling so angry. Oh my god, no, that's really weird. I don't like it.
It's like I can't breathe either. Here we go. Off the scale. This house was built in 1150 and is reputed to be one of the most haunted houses in Britain. It has an assortment of something like 20 ghosts that have been identified, but the most common one and the most powerful one, our ghost next door, is the ghost of a randy man who, it is said, when women were sitting or sleeping innocently here, would come along and lie on them, sit on their bed, hold them, touch them, and freak them out. There are stories of people, when this was still a functioning bed and breakfast and a pub, getting so scared in the middle of the night they would jump out of the windows.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so creepy. No, did you actually say that? I'm not even joking. Okay, I'm not even joking. So no, I'm not joking. Did you hear that from upstairs? You did hear that. Well, it sounded like something just dropped on the floor. Really?
Well, let's go and find out.
Let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, my face is tingling. You did hear it?
I heard a bang, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it just me then? Oh my god, it's so scary. I didn't hear it, but
Did you
I'm
hear
sure there'll be other options.
I think it's because you were talking when it happened, but it was sounded like something fell like above there.
I've like never experienced anything like this in my whole entire life. I know you guys are like, no. I'm not going first. Can you go first, please? I'm not going first. Right, okay. Go, please. I think this is going to be how it goes all for the rest of the trip. Sorry guys, I'm really freaked out. Oh, there's so much junk everywhere. I'm scared to touch. I don't want to touch anything. Definitely has people.
Did you shut the door?
Did you shut the door? Which door? This door. No. What door? This door was just closed. No, I didn't touch it. This door was just closed. That's really weird. And you didn't shut the door? I did not shut the door. When we stood there initially, the scent changed and it started smelling like a sweaty, disgusting body odour. This house, they used to do satanic rituals and they found the remains of children. My heart is beating so fast. You know, you're about to go on a really scary roller coaster. Your heart's like do 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 do. Literally my heart right now. See, I had mixed feelings about these things. I think it's quite cool, but at the same time, I don't want anything touching me. Whereas you're just like nothing. Yeah, I'm like go away. Also, have you seen this? Have you seen this crow? Oh, that's so scary. There's literally just a floating crow, just like hanging from the ceiling.
I mean, over here would have been where people would have sat and had a drink when it was a pub. They would have sat around the fire, had a séance probably, and yeah, this was the main room for the pub. You don't look at all sure about this.
There's ram heads everywhere, but it's taxidermy.
Well, it's called the Ram Inn, so you'd kind of expect that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but ram again with the Satanism, but ram is very symbolic, and there's 2 taxidermy ram heads. So creepy. Oh, and I can see from here a Ouija board. Yeah, this is really weird. Like when we first came to the house, like there was a window there. Like that was the worst window. It just had like the worst vibe. And then when we came in, we realised that that's where the Ouija board is. So I think that's probably like the really bad spot in this house. It's probably centering the energy there. Because I literally was drawn to that straight away. That window.
My heart is really thumping at the moment.
Is it? It's really fast. Yeah. My face tingles.
Oh my god, my face is tingling.
Yeah, it's tingling.
Oh, my eyes are watering as well. It always happens. Every single time I feel something really weird, my like body tingles, my face, like my eyes start watering. It's really strange.
My face is like.
feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't know why I'm getting so watery. This is really strange. I can feel like a breeze there. No, it's gone now. Can you guys go warm now?
Your hand has not changed for me. So whatever. I was freezing. But I focused on it there, and I got the image of like this really fat man with a beard,
with like a really slack hat on. Oh my god, I can feel something. Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel like I want to cry.
It's okay.
Just really weird.
Tell it to go away.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Oh my god, this is really weird. Oh my god, I'm actually crying. Oh my god.
We just walked through the door. I mean, the physiological reaction that you've had was quite
So weird.
immediate, wasn't it?
So weird. Like, I always get it whenever like someone says something to do with, like, spirits in some way. Like, I always get really tingly. But like my eyes tend to water, but literally just now like an actual tear just came out. That was really strange.
It's not even dark yet.
No, I'm already so scared, and it's not. It's just touching one hand. It's just touching one hand. This hand.
But it's
I don't know if it's a
but my
breeze.
hand's really hot.
Yeah, your hand's perfectly
My
warm.
left hand feels freezing.
It's perfectly warm.
Did you hear that?
Did you just blow my hand?
No.
Did you not hear the noise from up there?
No.
There's like a
Oh my god,
like
it just
a
happened
humming
again.
noise.
I'm not even joking. Oh my god. I feel like I want to cry again.
This is going to be great.
Just try and ignore it. I know.
Oh my god, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's horrible. That's horrible. I don't like that. There's like a really weird gap over there. Film it. It's really scary. I don't like walking past.
It's really dark.
It's really dark in
It's
there.
like a hole in the ground.
Well, you were standing next to the hole where they found the bodies of the children that they think were used in satanic ritual. So that's probably one of the creepier places.
That's horrific. Also, this is the room. This is the spot where like
The Ouija board and the rat.
yeah.
Come on, Isabella. Let's go and see what's upstairs.
Oh, mind your head though.
This place actually makes me feel physically sick.
Yeah, I feel really
How do you find that?
Well, the irony, like the honeymoon room.
Also, that room is so creepy. I don't know how anybody could actually ever sleep in there.
It's interesting because they have lots of statues and of I don't know, like talismans that would be used positively as well. But
Yeah.
like there's a statue of Pharaoh downstairs. But
But my heart is beating so hard,
Doesn't
it's
feel
actually
good
making me
in here.
feel out of breath.
Yeah.
Your eyes have got really weird. It's strange. I mean, the energy in this place is
it's heavy. It's draining.
it really is quite extraordinary, isn't it?
Also, there's like
It changes
portraits.
between the rooms as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It does feel like the portraits are watching you. Like there's
Yeah,
a
especially
spirit
that,
attached to them.
especially that one.
what's going here.
That child looks like it's really angry.
Help me. Yeah, like this makes my heart hurt.
Yeah, but I don't like that picture of that child. God bless that child, but it looks really scary. Like, it's literally broad daylight and it's terrifying in here. Like, I feel like I'm scared to blink because it's literally like... Do you feel that as well, Jenny?
Yeah, like my eyes are so wide right now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to blink. Let alone sleeping in that bed. Like, literally could not imagine anything worse. than
Try
that.
lying down in it.
No, no.
Go on.
No.
There's just dark shadow just came into my vision. It's not so great.
Okay, well that's a spooky start, isn't it?
Oh my god.
This is the third floor at the top of the house. I can't wait to try out my electromagnetic field meter up here because I have a feeling it's going to go bonkers.
That was the Viking thing, wasn't it?
Oh, bull sounds.
Oh, those ones. They're massive. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch anything in here. Also, if you check this out, it's a bedroom. Seriously.
There's a light. There's a bulb. Must be a light switch. Hang on, there's a sign here. Come over here. I'm going to tell you what it says. It pointed at me. This sign says at one time all the attics were used for weaving, and you may still see small tenterhooks. In the other attic, much larger ones are seen used for stretching the cloth, from which comes the expression "on tenterhooks." I never knew that. The bundles of wool taken up through the hayloft door, the finished cloth taken out to the stream called Dyer's Brook, dyed and hung up to dry. My eldest daughter Caroline and Hagar, a Rottweiler, lived till recently in the attics and was subjected to amazing poltergeist behaviour, throwing the furniture about.
In here? Oh my god.
I got that to look forward to. No, I bet you the poltergeist activity was strongest up here, and I bet you when I bring my EMF meter up here, it will go off the scale.
Mm.
Now that we're at the top of the house and you've just done your first kind of walk round, how are you feeling?
My head hurts. Doesn't
Well, your
feel
face
great.
aches, but I mean, what does that say?
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh my god, how insulting.
So, how do you feel after walking through the house in broad daylight?
I'm kind of a mix of intrigued and creeped out. I guess spiritually it's not very nice, it's very heavy. Some areas are darker than others. Like downstairs, some of the rooms downstairs. Up here just makes my head hurt, but I don't feel anything particularly bad. The bedroom downstairs felt empty until I focused, and the initial rooms, like the parlour rooms that people would have spent time in, they're or where the children were killed. Oh, who knows if they were killed there? Where their bodies were found. I don't like that space. The smell of the stinky man downstairs is also really gross.
Do not feel good whatsoever. It's actually horrible. Yeah, no, my heart is been beating like 1,000 miles an hour this whole time. It's actually horrific. Yeah, it does not smell nice. And every room has like a different energy. Like some rooms feel like warmer than others.
Yeah, it's really conflicting.
Yeah, even though there's like no heaters or anything on here. And it's absolutely terrifying, and we're literally like the middle of daytime.
Also, each room smells different.
Yeah, that's
which is really
weird.
Bizarre, because this place is kind of desolate, so everything should smell the same. Everything's old and decayed.
Yeah, it's true. But you're so right. The room downstairs when most stuff happened, that's when I got the tingles, and literally that feels like the worst rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then I guess maybe there would be more if it's on a more ground level. That's why there'd be more bad things that have happened down there.
Yeah.
And do you know what? The battery in this camera, which was fully charged when we started filming, I mean, I've only been filming for a few minutes, it's almost flat already.
Well, someone's messing.
Is that amazing? Because normally these batteries last for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually we go through like 2 in a day.
Yeah, if that.
That's mad.
We've been here for 5 minutes. Several things to note. One, every single room feels, in terms of its energy, feels completely different to the next one. 2, they all smell completely different to each other to an extraordinary extent. It's like a different place. It does smell quite musty because no one's living here and it's fairly cold, and there is a sort of a strong musty smell in the air. It's not very nice. And the third thing is the batteries on my camera, which normally last for 2 hours, have lasted for all of 10 minutes so far. That's an incredible difference. I charged them up before I came out and they've just gone down. Now that's normally an indicator, a really strong indicator of some sort of major presence. So I think we're in for quite a ride this evening.
Let me use the flash. It's easier to catch things at night time, like capture them, because spirits are stronger in the dark. It requires them to use less energy to be seen.
One of the devices that we'll be using tonight is a thing called a EMF meter, or an electromagnetic field meter. Sounds very sciencey, but all it means is it detects electromagnetic fields which are around the earth, around people, and around devices. I'm just going to show you, just so you can see how this works, what a microwave does to it. So I'm going to switch it on. This is my EMF, and you can see that it's giving very low reading on the little green light. Now, as soon as I switch this microwave on, which produces a massively strong electromagnetic field, it does that. And the closer I get, the higher the reading is. And then when I switch it off, it goes. Now, what we may see in a place like this, and I have a strong suspicion that we're going to see it at the top of the house more than anywhere else, because I feel that that's where the strongest poltergeist activity is. And I have no idea how this works, but poltergeists seem to be able to push stuff around physically, which is really strange when you think about it. And they throw things across kitchens, and they smash things and push things over and touch you. And this little meter, when it comes on, if there's a poltergeist, it's going to start rising up, and that will warn us that there's something there. So just explaining that now before we actually see it in action. So what I'm going to do is have a quick go around the house and kind of get a calibration, if you like, being very scientific here, a calibration of how this works and what the levels are at the moment at 8:10 in the evening before it gets dark. And when it gets dark, the energies start to rise. Here's the reading in a room that we'll probably be spending a fair amount of time in tonight. And as you can see, it's right on the bottom of the scale, nothing happening. It's also worth noting that the camera's not affecting it for people who think that, you know, and probably rightly, that an electric motor that's near it is going to make it register it. But as you can see, when you're getting really close to the camera, it's not. And so that's on the bottom. So that's in one room. Let's go and have a look in a few more. Okay, so now we're in what used to be the main bar of the pub. Okay, now that's right in with where the they found the bones of the children. Nothing going on there at all. Still nothing. So we're in the bishop's room, which is thought to be one of the scariest rooms in the house. I mean, they all seem to be the scariest room in the house, but this one seems to be really bad. A lot of poltergeist activity in here, people getting thrown out of the beds that are in here when they actually used to come and sleep when it was a bed and breakfast and used to spend the night. I think this is the window that somebody jumped out of when they were really scared. And as you can see, nada on the EMF readings at the moment, nothing going on at all.
What is that?
Now we're at the top of the house, which is technically what, second floor? Third floor. It's making me hoarse as well. Have you noticed that? I've been really hoarse when I've been here.
I'm really lightheaded. I keep falling over. Not head.
So let's switch this on. See what this does here. Nothing. Well, there's a bit of a glimmer there. Hang on. But no, nothing really. So a full, in effect, 0 rating for the whole house while it's still daylight. It hasn't even got dark yet, and we're only just sort of starting our evening's vigil in the Ram Inn. What do you make of it so far?
Not good in any way, shape or form. It's highly unpleasant being in here. I've had sensations that I've never had before, especially in the room over there. Like, I don't know, my whole hand went freezing cold. It was very strange. My hand is freezing cold, and I kept like switching them over, and it was just my left hand was really cold. And at one point it felt like someone did this. It was really weird, and then something touched my legs and my eyes went really watery. I've never felt that in my life before. You could not pay me enough money to sleep here.
I do automatic writing and drawing. So in one of the other rooms, I sat and I just wrote, not what came to my head, I just wrote. And this is what came out. There is a strength in the madness. It speaks in here, in the dark, whispers they say. What is wise? What is gracious? Do you despise all this is glory and worth? I know you, your soul, your belief. One taste of redemption is nothing to you. Sinner, sinner, lost in space. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy.
Do you think they were speaking directly to you? Or?
No, I don't think so. I did feel the impression of some like religious figure saying these things.
Oh, really?
But I don't think they weren't speaking to me directly. I didn't feel a victim to their harsh words.
So, Jenny, do you get a sense that there are witches here?
Yes. I feel very connected to witches because they were just spiritual women that were persecuted by men because of their abilities and their healing qualities. I am similar to that. So whenever we go somewhere where there's witches around, I always do feel their energy around me. I think because they know that I'm one of them. And I really sympathise with them. It's very cruel what history has done to a lot of people.
Did you hear that thump?
Yeah, I did actually. Maybe they're agreeing with my words.
Sounds like an object just fell on, a heavy object fell on the floor. That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? Some of the really heavy foot just went.
Oh no, I'm feeling so angry.
Oh my god, my whole body's on tingling.
Why?
Oh my god, sometimes spirits let me feel how they're feeling. And I think because,
Oh my god, my eyes are watering as well. Okay.
I'm really sorry, but I can't even.
Oh my god.
I just, I think they're letting me feel their rage because clearly they were killed and it's not fair. And they're stuck here, and they've been stuck here a very long time because of stupid people that have been afraid of them and have therefore killed them for. Oh my god, I just feel so angry. Do you know? Oh.
You okay?
I'm fine. I just. Oh. Do you ever just. When souls get trapped. Oh my god. Their raw emotions from their death linger with them because they don't ascend and heal. So if I'm connecting with them right now, it's because I'll be connecting with their core energy, like the energy that's residing in them. But there's a lot of anger. Rightly so. I draw spirits. So I connect with whoever is here and they use my hand and the charcoal to reveal themselves. And while I'm doing that, I get more information on them in the mind's eye. Okay, well, whoever's doing this, let me show yourself. This is like, I haven't drawn anything like this before. I can't.
You're right.
I just do not feel great. It's making my body shudder.
What do you think the story is behind this person?
What is it doing? Oh my god. god, that's not even funny.
What's so funny?
I don't know. I don't know, I'm just excited, I don't know.
That is the weirdest reaction.
Why am I laughing? Oh, that made me feel so good. Wait, let me finish her. Oh, you're so funny. Oh. It's, he couldn't speak. There was something stopping him from speaking.
I've never seen that happen to anyone. I've never seen a spirit enter a person and like make them react like that. I think that the laugh was the scariest. Literally, the laugh was the scariest thing.
If you look at it, this looks like an Arab headdress. I mean, it's very dark, and it looks to me like if you think of the Moors or.
No, I'm sorry. When you see this on the camera, it looks like he's been in battle or something. And his eyes are bleeding and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he does look
covered
he's
in
damaged.
blood.
I mean, he looks like he's looking down, but it's weird because there's almost like sort of cat's eyes coming through that look at you, and at the same time his eyes are shut. So it's almost as if he was blinking, or we were saying that he was blinded. I mean, maybe he was tortured here. So what I'm doing now is I'm using my dowsing crystal, which was a lovely crystal I got from Brazil, to douse the energy in the picture that Jenny's just drawn. And what I'm getting out of it is something quite dark and actually quite malevolent. And I think that she's connecting with Jenny, because Jenny is, as I've always suspected, a witch. And she's connecting with Jenny in this picture and connecting with her here, but she is not a very nice spirit. These energies do this where they connect with you and present an emotion as a front, but have something else that's behind it. And it's now making my head hurt. And my left ear is whistling like crazy, which is personally is an indicator that there's something very powerful that is coming through. Sounds strange to somebody who doesn't do this kind of thing, but it's a very clear indication to me. And if you just tilt down now, you'll see that, I mean, my hand isn't moving, but you'll see the amount of movement in that crystal. And a positive signal will make the crystal go round in well, for me, a clockwise direction. And this sort of amount of swinging from left to right is an indicator of a very malevolent spirit. When I took a reading on my EMF meter in this room earlier on this evening, there was no movement at all. But now it's approaching midnight, and I've just checked it again, and here's what I got. If you just tilt down there, Jenny, that is incredibly high. I mean, that's the sort of reading that you would get off a phone or a microwave if you were 3 inches away from it. And we've all got our phones switched off. There were a couple of weedy light bulbs on, and that's it. But it's fluctuating this much. So I would ask the spirit to move the needle a little more, just to prove that this is being done by something paranormal and not by a flagpole or a telegraph pole. So please, can you fluctuate? There we go. You anticipated me. So we've got as far as switching the lights off now that darkness has finally fallen, and the atmosphere is getting creepier and creepier as the evening wears on, which is what we sort of expected. We've already had some weird experiences, and we're expecting to have a few more here at the Ram Inn, which was built so many years ago and has the reputation of being full of the creepiest, weirdest ghosts, like the spirit of the old man, who is the main legendary ghost here, which we're hoping to experience. In fact, we may already have done with coldness and having the wind feel like it's blowing on our skin. And we're beginning to experience some of the physical sensations of a haunting. And that, I expect, is going to increase as the evening goes on.
That's really weird. This is horrible. This is actually horrible. Oh my god, no, that's really weird. No.
Just I can't breathe.
Oh, Jenny. Jenny, stop.
Something just touched my leg.
Please, can we turn this on? I don't like this. I don't like this.
It's
This
okay.
is horrible.
It's okay. Just.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is horrible.
What just happened there was Isabella was sitting next to Jenny while she was talking, and she completely freaked because she felt somebody run their hand over her back.
Oh, that's really weird. This is horrible. It's actually horrible.
And my heart is thumping now, and that is always an indicator of there being a spirit presence. I mean, it feels like my heart's in my throat. It's sort of going doof, 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 doof. Well, we're going to carry on moving around the property and see what we can pick up in some of the other rooms. So stay with us.
I'm not going in that room. Oh god, Jenny, that's horrible.
Come in, come in.
This is quite possibly the scariest thing you can possibly do. Go to the scariest house in the whole of Britain
And turn the lights off.
and in the scariest room and sit in the dark. Like, this
What
is
is-
literally the scariest thing I think you could ever do in your whole entire life. Literally.
What is it about what is it about it that scares you so much?
I don't know, because you can't see them and you don't know where they are.
Weirdly, I'm getting the feeling that he's glad that we're here, and what I'm seeing is a man in ecclesiastical clothes. Looks like one of those guys that you'd see in the Vatican, and it's quite oppressive. It's making it. I feel like I've got like a clamp on my head that's gradually screwing down on my head. It's like I can't breathe either. The atmosphere in here is really oppressive.
It's making my chest hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing, Isabella? You just want to leave?
Yeah.
Why? What's making you feel so scared?
This whole room is this whole place is terrifying. Everything is just terrifying. I'm literally like squeezed onto like Jenny. Like I'm literally squeezed onto you.
Oh, I bet you look really cute.
You're not much of a Ghostbuster, really, are you?
No.
I think you've been Ghostbusted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the protocol for this one?
Let's go and have a look.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think because this is such an old house, all the bugs are like biting me. Like,
Oh.
it's been bad.
Oh, you okay?
That's
your
fine.
head.
It's fine.
You're right. Oh my god. I've literally not even like let go of you this whole time. Oh, this is horrible.
I can't believe someone actually slept here.
Right. Like that's. Oh my god.
Oh.
So we are finally picking something up we're getting a second green light and a third one. That's the first time that we have done anything like that in this house. So we're at the top of the house. This is our last port of call tonight. This is right at the top of the house under the eaves, and this is the room that is reputed to have the most poltergeist activity. So we're going to check out my EMF meter and see what it says. Well, that's getting a mid reading, which is very high considering there's no power up here. We've got no lights on. I think we have a visitor. So here we are, huddled together at the top of the house like three little frightened mice. The atmosphere up here actually isn't so bad.
Look at Isabella's face. I literally don't even want to open my eyes. I literally don't even want to open my eyes.
But
I've only opened them
don't you
for
think it's interesting putting yourself into a situation where you're really outside your comfort zone, and it just feels so weird here, doesn't it? It feels so
It's not comfortable.
hostile.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep them open. I'm really trying, guys. I swear, I promise.
So what can we conclude about this house?
It's definitely haunted.
It's terrifying. Do not ever come here, guys, ever. Stay away.
It's very, very active. I mean, if you want to be spooked, then this is definitely the right place to go to.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's so tiring. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah,
I've got
I'm really
a real
tired.
headache, and I feel really tired out. I feel absolutely exhausted. I feel like I've been on a 10-hour flight.
You do. It's a bit hard to breathe as well.
I genuinely don't understand how someone could live here for so long, or even like stay one night here. It's horrible.
Okay.
Now, just to be sure, here is my other EMF meter, my little scientific gadget that measures electromagnetic fields. I haven't tried this up here, so we're going to turn this on and see what it does. Here we go. Off the scale.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely time to leave.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Done filming. Let's go. Okay. I don't want to go first. Can you go first, please?
Who's got my torch? So we're the end of our ghost hunt at the Ram Inn. Jenny, how was it for you?
Eventful. I feel really exhausted. I didn't expect to have such a strong connection when I did my drawings earlier. The energy here in the daytime is quite strong, so when it gets dark it's amplified. I definitely would not stay overnight here, let alone live here.
Isabella, how was it for you?
I literally have no words. It was, I think, the scariest experience I've ever experienced in my whole life. I actually cried in fear. Never done it before. That's how scary it was.
Well, that's the end of our visit to the Ram Inn, the haunted pub here in Watton-under-Edge. And all I can say is I recommend that you come here and try it for yourself, because it is so scary. If you want a properly scary place to go to, this is it. I am exhausted. All my batteries are flat from my camera. Got through 4 batteries, you usually only use 1. And they're flat, I'm tired, and it's time to go home. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and come and visit it yourself. You can.